All right. Second to last Metal Monday. Well, honestly, it's the last Metal Monday because we're going to be closed next Monday. But we're going to do Metal Monday on Tuesday next week for Christmas.
So it's going to be Metal Tuesday?
Metal Tuesday next week. But we're not looking at a bloodbath this Monday because the bloodbath happened Friday and Thursday.
Ooh, my goodness.
But we saw some big ups. We're back. I mean, really, we're back down to just a little bit under 380 COMEX on copper.
377, what I looked at here a little bit ago. Nickel's come off. It's in the mid 12s. Aluminum like $1.17 on Kitco. So it, I don't know. I think it's these last 2 weeks of the year are like there's not a lot going on. As far as on sales side or pricing side, I know there's trading, but even like the trading volume is light. Like the futures trading volume on the commodities is still pretty light, so these numbers can get swayed pretty easily going into the end of the year. I mean, so it's if you're trying to price something or whatever. I mean, most generally in our industry, I think a lot of that's probably been done into the end of 2022. Ferrous, obviously, that market has been sold since, or priced since the beginning of the month, or at least after that first week. So there's really not a lot of pricing going on as much as there is production, deliveries, people trying to squeeze that last little bit out of the year. I know even on our end, it's more about what can we bale, box, cut, ship, versus what's the price today,
Yep.
I mean, we obviously have to adjust going into, as the markets adjust, we adjust, but the pricing for this year is kind of set, so that's kind of a moot point, I think.
Yeah, and I think January we'll see some movement. I mean, even in January, we've got to wait for the Chinese New Year to get through.
Yeah, I think that, and that's
so
like middle end of the year.
Yeah,
So
even like into January can be kind of stagnant.
Yep.
One of our good copper customers wanted some quotes. He's been stockpiling. So I went over there last week and I gave him some numbers. And he just asked me, like, what do you think? I was like, man, I think it's going to be sideways. If you really want to wait till, like, late January, February, we might see some movement. But that could be down. You never know. So I just gave him some pricing. And, like, we obviously can't tell the future. But I gave him, like, I don't think any real movement will happen until at least we're through these holidays.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how see what the pricing looks like in 23. I've talked to a fair amount of people that feel like the ferrous market could be stronger, but depends what happens the next couple weeks. But I still think there's potentially some upside to the market.
I think so.
Starting in 2023, at least on the ferrous side. PGMs have gotten whacked pretty hard, but platinum, palladium ran pretty hard there for a while too. But these last few days, it was tough on them. Rhodium as well, but all in all, 23 will be a pretty fresh start, and we'll see where this train goes. It's cold over here in Idaho. I know that.
It's in single digits now, so it feels cold.
I was gonna make a post. I took a picture of my temp gauge this morning, and it was 10, and I was like, so you want to be in the scrap business, huh? Like, good luck. It's cold. Nothing wants to start. Everything is rough. It's just, but that's what we deal with. It's either 100 or it's 10 or it's we get every season here.
Yeah, this morning. Well, every morning, my daughter, she's getting ready for school. She says, "Hey Siri, what's the temperature?" And she tells you it's 9 degrees in Caldwell, but it feels like 0.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's cold. Like, we knew it was cold. I'm like, it is really cold today. So, and she just likes to, she just does it. It's just part of her habit. So it's cold out here. We're making sure our guys are staying as warm as possible. Our equipment's staying as warm as possible, which is tough.
Keep it plugged in at night. It's one of those deals. It's the last push before the holidays, and then that week between Christmas and New Year's is definitely even slower than this week. So this is kind of the last hoorah for us this year as far as getting shit done in the office and trying to bang out as much as we can, because that middle week between the 2 holidays is really slow.
It's
so
a slow week.
It's good to get, though. I like that week because I can get some, like, emails cleaned up. I can get a lot of, like, stuff I've been wanting to do that's just kind of been put on the back burner because I'm like, it's not pushing me up. But I'm looking forward to that because this week is fucking balls to the wall. I got, we were talking about this earlier. I got 1,000 things need to get done and not that much time. So here we go.
All right. Well, everyone have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your time with your families. Stay safe, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Have a great week and a great Christmas.
All right. Well, we got part 2 of Metal Monday.
Part 2 Metal Monday. We've been hatching on this idea of doing a Q&A. And so once a week, we're going to do a Q&A session. We're not going to have it on a specific day, but we get asked a lot of questions. We get a lot of people that are like, hey, how do you do this? What do you do here? You know, we're thinking about doing this, or what made you do that? You know, just any sort of, whether it's a business question, scrap question,
Equipment, anything
question.
industry related.
You know, Nick and I have pretty good rapport with a lot of people, but we decided we want to open up the forum and allow people to ask us questions, you know. So what we want you guys to do is submit the questions to message us on LinkedIn. You can message us on Instagram. You can send us direct messages, however you'd like to do it. We'll start putting the questions together, and then once a week we're going to come in here and hash those questions out. So
yeah, we'll put a few posts out there to remind people too, and just get those questions to any way you can get it to us. We'll continue to build that out to find the best way for you to get the questions to us, so we can get them answered, and we'll keep building it out, and it'll be exciting to maybe meet some new people in the industry too.
Yeah, 2023, we got to switch it up a little bit. So we're going to keep doing Metal Mondays. We're going to also add the Q&A session. So looking forward to it. Hit us up if anything we can help you out with, and we appreciate you guys listening to the podcast.
All right, thanks everybody.